This special event for the Koenigsegg CCXR is ending in about 3 days. I didn't really engage with it because you needed to buy the Legend Pass to have the KTM to proceed. And the KTM didn't feel like a car I wanted to pay money for, and neither did the CCXR. And the bonus blueprints and things within the Legend Pass weren't enough to shift my mind either, to be sure that I didn't want the Koenigsegg. So if I look at the Koenigsegg on the garage page, it is quite high up. It's one of the new big boys as such. Where is it exactly? It's the fifth one down. But its top speed isn't like the Regera. Like if you look at the Koenigsegg Regera, which is useful for slipstream, even though it's all the way down here, the displayed top speed is 457, which is massive compared to the CCXR. I know I haven't got it max here, but I'll go to the max stats in a sec. So these are the stock stats, but I'll just go to the max stats now. So at max, see the difference between stock and max isn't actually that much. So the max speed when the car's at max rank is 412, and the acceleration, so the top speed and the acceleration are both below the Regera. And I've got all the cars I need in S-Class as such. If I had bought the Legend Pass, it would have cost me all my tokens just to maybe get this car to 3 stars. I'm going to test drive it though, just to confirm to myself that I'm not bothered that I'm not going to have this car. So I like getting cars in the bank that have special qualities. So with the S-Class cars, I like collecting extra ones with really good top speeds, but until one beats the Jesko, my Jesko's at 5 stars, so it's already very useful. My Chiron and my Regera and my Remake, well not my Remake, but those cars are very useful at slipstream. And then I've got my Senna for classic mode, which can't really be beaten. You just wish it was faster. The way that, oh, how did it spin that way? The way this game is, I just expect a Koenigsegg in S-Class that's higher than the Regera to be faster than the Regera. They'd have to make up for it in things like this, like drift speed and tightness. But I don't think it's got a particularly tight drift. Oh, I went that way, doesn't matter. Only happens on test drives. Let's take it out on another track. On the Caribbean one. If this car had had a top speed of 460, it would have made the decision not to get the Legend Pass much harder. And I've got a feeling if I go right here, it might not get round. Oh no, it should get round this bend properly. Yeah, that is quite nice and tight. And the nitro is pretty decent on it, which is normally a TouchDrive preference to have a good nitro on a car. It's very useful for TouchDrive, but I don't think this car is particularly special. And remember, it's not like Asphalt 8. When you get a car, you haven't really got the car. It's ages before. Oh, I'm gonna. Ooh! It's in Asphalt 8. You just bought a car and then you were free to rank it up if you had enough credits or tokens. But in this game, you unlock a car and then it's 2 years later before you've got it to 6 stars, unless you're a complete whale. Is it gonna go nicely around this? But wow, that is nice. But still not worth it. quick round that track though. For me, I think that's a good time round that track compared to how I drive other cars round that track. Let's take it round Shanghai as well. There's a Paris track on these test drives, but I don't even know the tracks. I think if I go round it, I've got no idea where I'm going. I'd just be fumbling around the paths. That was annoying. Oh, the edge of that ledge never performs correctly. When you miss the edge of the ledge, it kind of treats it like it should have hit the ledge. Yeah, it does drift very nicely though around tight sections. Be good at the Buenos Aires track. I may as well take it around the Paris track. I think it's Paris Circle, which is the long Paris track. And then I'll look at the decal for the car. I don't think there's any standard, there's not any other standard paint jobs on the car apart from the grey, but there is a decal. Oh, cat's just come in my room, jealous that I'm playing on the phone. See, I'm even, when this is the end of the track, on the track variant where this part's at the end of the track, it's most sensible to go right at the beginning there, but I don't know on this variant. I'm going to keep spinning forever. What are you doing, Pumpkin? This is the bit that feels like Buenos Aires, isn't it? Oh, not a shockwave point there. And completely smashed in the back of my car on that wall. Oh, that swipe didn't give me very long. It is a nice car. But then, as I said, had I decided to get it, I would only have a 1 or 2 star one. It would be an S-Class Elite car, which would get me more tokens, but those tokens wouldn't make up for how much I spent on it. It's the way of the game. You can't have everything without cash. And it can be a lot of cash. There's no, like, you can farm a lot of tokens in this game and you can spend them, but you can't have enough to get everything without buying more with cash. The decal's nothing special and no other official visuals. That's the Koenigsegg CCXR. Good luck, guys. I'm madder than you.